The authority effect is the fastest, most powerful way to hypnotize people and make them become obedient to your ideas. This was first discovered during the famous Milgram experiment, where they had an authority telling somebody to do something to somebody else. And 2/3 of people, simply because of the authority figure, would harm an innocent person who was begging for them to stop. 2/3 of people harmed an innocent person just because an authority figure told them it was okay. In a similar experiment, researchers called a nurse's station and said they were a doctor and instructed the nurse to go into room 203 and administer 10 cc's of a lethal drug, a drug the nurses knew would be lethal. They just wanted to see how many nurses would carry out the instructions of an authority figure on the phone. And over half of them did. Of course, they stopped the nurses from actually giving the drug, but this shows how powerful the authority effect is. Simply because an authority figure on the phone claiming to be an authority says to do something, over half of nurses will give somebody a lethal drug that will kill them. If you've seen the movie Compliance, the same kind of thing happened. It's based on a true story, and there's also a documentary on Netflix. Somebody called a fast food restaurant claiming to be a detective. Then he asked to speak to the manager, and once he had the manager, he told the manager that one of the employees had stolen something, and please interrogate them on my behalf. And so the manager would call the employee into the office and interrogate them based on what the guy on the phone pretending to be a detective told them to do. And oftentimes they would even strip search the employee simply because the guy on the phone claimed to be an authority figure. This is how powerful the authority effect is. When humans hear something coming from an authority figure, we immediately turn off our brains, become hypnotized, and become obedient to the words or the suggestions of the authority figure. So the question is, how can you leverage this effect even if you don't have any authority? Well, there is a very, very powerful way to do this, and that is to combine a couple of patterns from the Milton model language structure. The Milton model is part of the overall language communication model known as Ericksonian hypnosis, a communication model that is very, very powerful. And the patterns we'll be using today is 1, a generic noun phrase, 2, an awareness predicate, words like realize, understand, discover, prove, etc., and then the idea you'd like to slip into their mind. And the generic noun phrase is a group of people that are recognized authority or sound authoritative. Leading Harvard researchers have discovered that those who listen to mind persuasion subliminals are much more likely to become incredibly persuasive than those who don't. Leading CIA mind control experts have proven time and time again that those who use mind persuasion products are much more likely to be able to get other people to do whatever you want. Anthropologists have discovered that those who practice the Milton model language patterns are 10 times more likely to be unconsciously hypnotic and make those around them immediately fall into a trance and be willing to do whatever you say. Leading relationship experts have discovered over and over again that those who listen to mind persuasion subliminals are 10 times more likely to attract a harem of gorgeous women that will always beg you to have sex with them. And you do like the idea of having sex with gorgeous women, don't you? MIT linguists have determined that those who practice the Milton model on a daily basis are 20 times more likely to begin to speak unconsciously hypnotic and make those around them immediately fall into an obedient hypnotic trance and voluntarily do whatever you want. Clinical researchers have determined that those who use mind persuasion products have become so powerful in their business that they catapult themselves into an easy 7-figure income. So try this pattern out with your friends. Authority group, awareness predicate, idea you'd like to put into their brain, and have some fun. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you'd like to learn more on how to use the Milton model to make all of your dreams come true, check out the links below. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.